Most of you grow flowers in your garden for the color they provide and sometimes for the scent, but some of them are also edible. A good example are these chive blossoms. Now the chives normally we harvest down at the base of the leaf and chop up, put on baked potatoes or in salads or what have you. But when they bloom in the early summer, you can pick those blossoms off, and this is actually a cluster of many small blooms. They have a very, very mild chive flavor, or mild onion flavor, sort of like scallions. You can scatter those in a salad with lettuce, a little bit of radishes, and it's very, very tasty. Another edible flower is the calendula. And although we grow these for their bright colors, the yellows and the oranges, they too are edible. Daylilies are too. Nasturtiums are another edible flower. So those are some you might want to try in your garden and something to add color to summer salads. Well, some other herbs in the garden are really doing very well. Right here we have some tarragon, and this is growing very vigorously right now. And Jim mentioned to me earlier today that he cut some of this and dried it or froze it last summer, and cutting it this time of year it had a much milder flavor and really was not as concentrated as if it has been harvested later in the season. So if you want more concentrated flavor, you might want to wait till later. Back here, our sage is getting ready to bloom. Now some of you, if your sage is not growing very vigorously, but it's starting to blossom, cut those blossoms off and encourage more leafy growth. However, when the blooms do come out, they're a nice blue color. It'll add some color to your summer herb garden. Back here, our thymes are doing very well. This is regular common thyme. Back here we have a creeping thyme that's filling in nicely. We have some Greek oregano, some garlic chives, and then over here is some dill that has come up very nicely, yet it needs thinning. I'm going to thin it down to just 4 plants. Take the others out. Those could be chopped up and you can make a dill butter out of them if you're feeling industrious as you thin your dill plants. Leave 4 there. And we put some bamboo stakes around them because dill tends to grow very tall and narrow. It won't take up much space in the garden if you put some stakes up. We have the first course of string around here to hold the dill in place. And in a couple of weeks we'll add a second course, and that will keep it all right where it needs to be. I'll tie that up a little bit later. Right here we have some scented geraniums. This is a peppermint geranium, very strong, sweet peppermint scent. Back here is a rose scented geranium. This is a nutmeg scented geranium. They really do add some interest in the garden and some nice fragrances. They're nice to give as a gift too. And then this last scented geranium is called lemon finger bowl. The reason it got that name is that back in colonial times, when citrus was not readily available, they used this lemon scented geranium in finger bowls to add a refreshing scent because they didn't have lemons readily available for use.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. You can also find more recent videos on our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.